Okay, I want to take a look at this fight between Roger Gracie, Hodger Gracie if you're in the know, and Ron Waterman. Let's get it popping. I am a three-stripe white belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. This is Hodger Gracie. He's going to do a lot of, I've seen this before, he's going to do a lot of combatives in this video, and I'd like to point this out because I think it's really interesting. And then I want to talk to you a little bit about combatives after that. So let's check this out.
But it's what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is all about. The young, frail, sickly Helio Gracie fighting up on bigger muscle men years ago, but now Gracie.
Okay, if you see what's happening right now, you have Ron Waterman is in side control. It's not a great side control, but he's a wrestler. He's not really a jiu-jitsu guy. So if you are Hodger, what you want to do right now is get back in the stage 1 punch block series. So that's going to involve, I don't know that he's going to really shrimp here, but there's the end of the shrimp he does do. So we're going to point that out when it happens here in about 20 some odd seconds.
Gracie on his back.
And not only on his back, but Waterman in side control. And in training, I hate.
So if you see what Hodger's doing right here, he's got head control. You don't see guys have head control a lot. So why is he doing head control? Because even though Ron is, in theory, being heavy on him in side control, he wants to keep him close. Now, one of the ways to get out of side control is to create that space. But if he's going to create that space, he wants to do it falsely, right? He wants to pull him in, pull him in, pull him in, pop him, and then do that. He's not going to do that in this fight, but that would be an appropriate way to approach it.
Being in a wrestler's side control. But look at the nice leg work of Gracie. He's trying to utilize the...
So if you see what he's doing, he's not shrimping, but he got on his side. Now, just watch where this goes.
I like to call it leg reach. Reach all the way around.
Okay, all right. Now, this is part of the magic. You see that? It's his left leg. He needs to get his left leg around Ron, right? So he's trying to figure out how to slide it, right? So he got on his side. Now, watch him move that leg. That leg is magic. It's going to happen in 9 seconds.
Around and try to regard, and he does so.
I asked Roger about taking a punch for the first time in competition. He says, I've been training for 5 weeks with my brothers and my family.
Watch, it's going to come right through here. So if you see Ron, if Ron knew what he was doing, he'd be taking that knee and pushing it up towards his elbow, right? Close that gap. He's not going to do that. So Hodger is about to slip that knee right through there right now.
Family. And
whoop. See that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now he's going to just square up.
they've been punching.
Dude, we learned that in class.
Me very hard. I am ready for whatever Ron has to bring.
And attaining that guard position because of his superior flexibility. And Lon, you alluded to the fact that someone looking at Roger might not think that he had a chance against a larger, more muscular opponent. But he's got less muscle bulk to get in his own way. He's cultivated flexibility as opposed to muscular size, and it works for him with his particular fighting style.
All right, that's lesson 13 right there. He's going to get out of this armbar he's going to get out of. It's not, you see, he doesn't really have the shoulder locked in. It's not quite correct, but, you know, who knows? Ron might not know what he's doing, but he gets out of this one in part because he's about to pick him up, slam him down.
And there's the hammers you spoke of, and immediately when he drops some hammers, Roger Gracie switches the hip.
Now, what's wild about this to me is that we get taught about bad guy techniques in Gracie Combatives, and there are a lot of cues going on. And guess what one of these cues is? Feet out, pressure in, body down, like this. Like, we don't get taught to do what Hodger's doing right now. We get taught something different. But that's because Hodger's trying to lock in this armbar right now. So he's doing something different. And, you know, in theory, it could work.
Hips. And there it goes. Oh, that's in there tight.
Gracie trying to get the arm. He's trying to hang.
Interesting to me that if you saw that, I'm going to take it back. If you see this, when Hodger gets picked up and he gets dropped, he doesn't let himself just drop on his head. He posts out. That probably hurt, but it also is a good idea.
Oh, that's in there tight.
Gracie trying to get the arm.
Boop. See the arm go out right there? The arm's out. His butt's not even on the ground yet.
He's trying to hang on to it, but
All right, so now back in the guard, trying to control the arm and probably trying to get head control.
Waterman shakes
There
it
we go,
loose.
stage one.
That's the strength of Ron Waterman. That's what's going to make this fight so interesting. Nobody.
So we get taught that in stage one punch control, that they can still punch you, but they can't get the knockout punch. And that's what you're seeing here. Those punches, I'm sure they're annoying. I'm sure Hodger doesn't like them, but he can take them, you know?
Expected Waterman to be able to hang with Gracie technically. Very, very few people on the planet.
You see the distance that Ron Waterman is trying to create with Hodger right now. And you see Hodger is holding on to head control. We don't see head control a lot in MMA, but we get taught this every single class in Gracie Combatives.
It can. But he's so enormously strong.
Look at that pressure. Look at that pressure. So part of me, when I see this, it makes, like, I'm not, like, Hodger's right. I'm wrong, right? But to me, it makes me want to drop the guard a little bit around his waist, pull him away, push the arm over, and start working your triangle. Obviously, that wasn't the right answer.
That it levels the playing field.
Another armbar.
Here he comes again, yeah.
A lot of times when you do stand up in an armbar like that, you end up popping your own arm out.
So what we get taught is the arm that you want to armbar is the arm you grip that same side grip. So watch where Hodger's arm is, and then see which arm he's fishing for.
It's not something that I would do. A lot of wrestlers do it and are able to power out of it. A lot of wrestlers feel no pain.
You see
See what arm is he fishing for? Look at it. He's got two hands on it.
Roger not even attempting really to strike.
All right, now this is kind of dope. He just did this curl. This curl we get taught too, not exactly in this purpose, right? But it is part of like punch avoidance. So he's blocking to the side. This is a move that, depending on where the bad guy is, you know, this could turn into a leg hook takedown, something like that. But since he's already on his knees, ain't no need to take him down.
It's Waterman who's going to get the leverage and bring the hammer down.
They postured up nicely.
By the way, do you hear Henzo in the background? Like, you cannot mistake his voice. That guy he's just unique. I'm gonna take it back, just see if you could hear this little dude like yapping in the background. It's impossible to miss him.
Waterman who's going to get the leverage and bring the hammer down.
They postured up nice and straight and landed a bomb.
Roger, I would imagine, will want to keep, as they say, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
All right, so what's happening here? You see he's trying to posture up, and Ron's trying to posture up, and Hodger's trying to keep him from posturing up. So they've got this mutual, like, they're just annoying to I don't know if Ron knows what's going on. Hodger knows what's going on because he has a purpose for maintaining head control. I don't know what Ron is doing right now, except he's hoping to annoy Hodger to abandon this tactic. I think that's what he's doing.
Gentlemen, let's work. Let's go.
And he's working both legs up high.
Now look. So where's the other leg? The other leg is posted out, right? So if he gets to his leg here, in theory, you could leg hook sweep him. Or sorry, elevator sweep him. But it's not necessary. It's just crazy to me to see the bad guy indicator really is doing that stuff. So they're still in the process. The same annoying thing. He's got head control because he's trying to keep him close. He's trying to, I believe, push off, but he's also trying to just moosh him in the face and make him uncomfortable.
And look, once again.
So you can already tell when he's sitting up, he's going to go for the punch, right? He's got to go for the punch. Why else would you sit up?
Once again, Waterman.
Watch out for them.
All right. He's looking at, look, he's doing this thing where I'm not really going to hit you. I'm not looking at where I want to put it to you. You see the exact same thing in street fights. When dudes want to hit you with that knockout blow. So what are the odds that Ron isn't going for the knockout blow right now?
With that right hand.
Whoop! Went for the knockout blow, and he missed it because Hodger saw that shit coming from a mile away and just did that same curl and then puts him right back into stage 1 punch block defense.
He missed it.
All right, so what's he doing? Where's he got his shoulder? Shoulder, hand to shoulder, arm to hand. He wants that hand. I don't know that Ron knows that.
That trick now, swinging his left arm inside the punch.
Roger bleeding from his right ear, his left.
All right, he's closing the distance. Right? He sees Ron posturing up. He's trying to get to him to close that distance so he can't get punched.
Left ear, excuse me. Where he took one.
All right, so now he's made the decision. He's already made the decision. We've been talking about this arm for a minute. He's been thinking about this arm for a minute. He's got these feet coming up. So what's it going to take to get this arm? It's going to take this foot, come over this head. Right? Watch.
One of those punches.
Look at him switching the hips, going for armbar once again. It's locked. It is locked.
That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote.
Oh my goodness, Roger Gracie in his MM debut from seemingly the oblivion of defeat.
It's not the oblivion of defeat. It's Ron Waterman was oblivious to what Hodger was doing. And what's crazy to me is Hodger firmly beat him with white belt Gracie combative tactics. There was nothing in there that he did that we don't train. You know, it's not like he even got a takedown. Ron threw him down. So that's wild to me. So at any rate, point of the story is look up where your local Gracie certified training center is and make it over there if you want to learn self-defense techniques that can also win MMA fights. That's wild. All right. Peace.